Ah, yes. Hello, everyone. I am Bishop Wyatt, and welcome back to the third installment of Personality Psychology Pathology of a Locale. Now, we're going to start I think we'll start right now with how they treat their loved ones and their friends. Now, Cyrex, I will start with because he's the one I'm most knowledgeable about. Now, what we have learned about the Goblin is that he claims to need and want friendship. We have seen him lose friends and fight to get them back, as if they were a female. Kind of raises the question. I mean, being that him and Billy, I'm going to give my opinion, and I'm pretty sure most of you have the same one. They were experimenting, you know. Cyrex knew that anybody with working vision would definitely not, want anything to do with him sexually. So when he found a blind boy with a certain stature, one that he could maybe overpower, he became friends with him. And then, Billy, no fault of his own, experimented with Cyrax because Billy actually is gay, which is fine. But I think what happened was after the nut was done, Billy, how blind people do, felt Cyrex's face and then became extremely embarrassed because he felt nothing but an atrocity in his hands and realized the mistake he made. Probably got into a fight, and then Cyrex said, well, I'll just say that Billy did what he did to me. And Cyrex, I'm sorry, but you're the one who put it on the internet. You're the one who caused all this. You could have let that story die. But what did you do? You thought that you could make yourself look like the victim, gain some sympathy, some clout, maybe some cash. Because you could write a book about your life. Oh, never mind. You tried that already, except you stole the book. You stole the whole damn book, Cyrex. You also had a friend who, the reason your Xbox was bricked, I am told, he was pretending to help you by jailbreaking it. You know what I'm talking about, Liquid Chris. Remember the guy who bricked your Xbox? Well, that was done from what I'm being told because you had a friend, and I won't name drop him, but supposed to be your best friend. Well, they didn't trust that you were a man of integrity and honesty. So what did they do? They tested it. You tried to sneak behind your best friend's back, all in text messages, trying to sleep with his wife. And what was really disgusting is that you said, oh, when you come here, we can just sneak off because he trusts me and do our thing. Cyrex, you are friend to no one, friend to nothing. You can't even be friends with an animal. I mean, poor Bandit, what have you done? We've heard stories, Cyrex. And Rugrat, I swear, I would love to find him a better home. But it is what it is. Just like the last time, you couldn't wait to get on stream for all your 3 fans, and you left the door open and let the dog run out now, didn't you? Basically, what it comes down to is that Cyrex and people like Cyrex are parasites. You see, the people in their life they claim to care about, they don't. If that person was a different person taking care of him, then they would pretend to care about them. It's all who is doing something for them at the moment. They're hosts. They feed off of them. They feed off of them for a roof over their head, for clothes on their back, for food in their mouth, and for money. When they need to get bailed out or when they need to buy a brand new trinket that they think is really cool, like a light up hat that says, fuck Music Biz Marty. So cool, Cyrex. So cool. Or how about that Japanese or whatever mask you had? I think it was a samurai mask. I mean, what did you go walk around Walmart with Sally and say, oh, mommy, look, can you get me that? I want that because that will make me look so cool. I mean, people will really take me seriously with this mask on. No, Cyrex. It just made you look like a toddler. And when you wore that white jersey you wear all the time, that dress, please stop. Please donate that to somebody who can fit in it, Cyrex, please. Or keep wearing it because we get a good laugh out of it. Basically, what it comes down to is that what are you doing for a locale in the moment? That's all they care about. What have you done for them in the past 5 seconds? Cyrex has taken advantage of everyone around him, especially Sally. Now, Sally is an enabler. Now, she is at fault here. In fact, she's extremely at fault, but I do believe that she is a product of the environment she grew up in as a child, being that the family seems to be surrounded by predators. I think it's in the gene pool. So she's gotten used to disgusting behaviors from men and has come to accept in her delusional mind that that's how all men are. It's not the case, Sally. I heard what you said to Tange. Tange Cat, when Cyrex got caught sending his peen to another female that was not Tange. Meanwhile, he's expecting 20K from her. What did you say, Sally? Oh, all men do that. No, that's not true. That's not true, Sally. All the men in your life do that. But that is your son's psychology. That is his personality. He is a pervert. Okay? Being that I believe he has a personality disorder, sociopathy. He's not a psychopath. He's not methodical enough. He's more of an impulsive criminal. He doesn't really think. He's even said in his own words, "I do things without thinking." He said that on Kate's stream. Now, Cyrex's psychology is a personality disorder known as sociopathy. Personality disorder, which is why they cannot treat them. In fact, a lot of sociopaths who end up being treated end up getting worse because most sociopaths are not self-aware that they are sociopathic. And then when a doctor tells them, oh, yes, you're very good at manipulating, delusions of grandeur, and so on, no remorse, no empathy, they use it as a weapon and they hone it and they start to get better at it. They become more sociopathic. Or it just doesn't work because that's who they are. It's their personality. It's not a disorder of the mind, of a chemical imbalance of the brain that you could take a medication for. There are some treatments, but have been proven to really not do much. Really, Cyrex was doomed the moment Sally allowed him to fester and get worse. Really, he should have been getting help from the time he hit puberty. That's usually when the problems really take off. You can really see. But what did Sally do? Just, I understand she's defeated and broken down. She's an old lady. She just wants to be left alone. So she just has Cyrex go up to his room, stay out of my hair. Oh, yeah, Cyrex, you're going to be famous? Yeah, I'm sure you are, honey. Yeah, keep telling people that. Instead of, being a mother and raising him with certain realities. Now, see, you got on Gordon because Gordon told you these realities that Sally should have been telling you your whole life. Cyrex, the music career is not going anywhere. It's been years. You're not making a dime, and you're making your family struggle with all the trolling, and you just are so persistent, and you don't want to stop. Maybe you should get a regular job, save up some money, and this way you can put cash into your hobby. And then if your hobby starts making you money, then you can call it a career or a job. Cyrex took that as an insult instead of seeing that that was coming from someone at the time who was trying to care for you. Not anymore. That ship has sailed into the sunset. Gordon is in our Discord, and Cyrex, stop calling him your dad. It's not your dad. Rupel's your dad. I know you don't like it because he's the bike path rapist, but he's your father, your blood father. Gordon, no blood relation, raised you for a little bit and then left. You didn't even turn a teenager from my understanding when he was there. The fishing and hunting stories is BS, okay? It's crap. He took you fishing the one time, from my understanding. You complained the whole time. But the thing is, Cyrex, is that you believe that that the rules only apply to others. If you say, Gordon is this and so is that, you make threats, you give yourself the right. Because you guys pushed me to this, I am allowed to make death threats because you guys pushed me to this with all the trolling. And I had the right to defend myself from you people. That's what he does. He gives himself the right, no matter what. Now, let's see the psychology of this man. Cyrex, you're a pathological liar, and you've lied so much that you can't keep the lies straight. I don't know what else to say, Cyrex. The fact that you are going to sit there and say that you said hemophile. Now, I'll tell you how that would work. If you just said the word without the definition, maybe that could be believable. Maybe. But the fact is, Cyrex, you said the word and then you gave the definition. Therefore, your excuse is absolutely, well, it's highly regarded. Let's just say that. That video is still circulating. I've shared it with you several times. And you say, it's not illegal, all this. You go through the whole thing. But I think what Cyrex believes, that if you fake it until you make it, the stuff will just go away. Well, Cyrex, look at your life. Look at your physical appearance. You look different from 2 years ago. 2 years ago, you never looked good, but you looked better than you do now. You look like liquid white paper. You are chipping away like an old statue in some forgotten place that didn't get maintenance. I mean, you don't even do the things in life that we need to do for hygiene. I mean, no brushing of the teeth. Don't tell me that your teeth have always been like that. They've always been crooked, but they weren't always covered in peanut brittle. You could have, washed. That's why you're always picking shit out of your mouth. I have a feeling that's pieces of your beard and plaque, which will go into your bloodstream. It's not healthy, Cyrex. You should really get on that. But really what it comes down to is that Cyrex will post something on his profile. I'm in this to spread love and laughter and smiles. But his streams say something else when he's going on rants about threatening people's lives, telling them to have sex with their family members. It's very strange. He goes to the same types of insults all the time. Never changes. The arguments never change. The excuses, they change, but they're just excuses that he has used before, but just not for a while. It's gotten to the point now where now he's accepting help from a man named Tibbs. Now, Tibbs is a very strange character. Same with Spooky, but hey, Cyrex, I think you hit the nail on the head. Your solution: invite a man into your life who was just caught on camera, dancing with a sex doll that he just nutted in, crying because of how happy he was. I'm sure he will bring even more greatness to your image and reputation. I mean, can we even add any more, Cyrex? The no remorse, Cyrex, is the fact that you will do things that are clearly wrong and then say you were forced to apologize after you do your fake crime. When you say you made mistakes and you have apologized for them and then in the same breath say you were forced to make those apologies, that right there is why no one accepted your apology. That's why Marty didn't accept your apology, because you are disingenuous. You are a disingenuous person. You lack empathy. You lack remorse. You have delusions of grandeur, an inflated sense of self-worth that makes absolutely no sense to me. And that's why I say 90% of what's going on in your life has to do with your genetics and your upbringing and just who you are. Sally didn't do you any favors by telling you, giving you participation trophies your whole life and saying that you were a good boy. Keep on keeping on. I know you're not getting anywhere, but one day you will. This is a man who wants you to feel sorry for him. Meanwhile, he's calling people hook-nosed Jews and saying the N-word and telling people, actually, remember, he even ordered a hit. He wanted Marty to pursue murder against somebody because people were mean to him. Now, it's not even because people, really, it'd be different if people were being mean to you because of the way you look. People are calling out the stuff that you have done, which just goes to show you're not sorry. You're sorry you were caught. There's a difference, Cyrex. Just to let you know. But this is the third installment of a very long series. And I will depict everything that you have done from beginning to end. Right now, we're just breaking the ice. You know what I'm saying? And Cyrex, you just made a kick. It's gone. ban evasion does exist. You have a 30-day ban. You have to wait for that to get up for at least to try and get another kick. But anytime you produce a kick or a twitch, we will report it. And at the end of the day, it's up to the platform, Cyrex, and the language and depraved actions that you present online are the reason you get banned all the time. You need to drop this act that it's never your fault. I mean, I would love to see those original texts from K. Oh, yes, your phone got burnt up. Oh, you know, on that phone, he also has, I'm not even joking with you, on his old phone that burned up, it had a lot of gold on it. I mean, conversations with Jeff Hardy, Kurt Angle, Jason David Frank. Cyrex has been talking with famous people his entire YouTube existence. We just didn't know about it. Oh, I wish we could have seen it, but you know, the phone burnt up. I mean, to no fault of his own. I mean, it's always something, isn't it, Cyrex? Just like 7 Floors of Hell, right? Oh, you were going to work there. What happened? Oh, you injured you. You got a boo-boo in your elbow. You couldn't work. Cyrex, I've seen handicapped people bag groceries. I mean, you can at least do that. There is no excuse not to work. And the job that you say you have now that you are training for is absolute bullcocky. And you may be taking classes, but they're not accredited. You know why? You don't have a GED or a high school diploma. You can't do anything with classes. Wake up. Get a GED. There are programs that you can do for free or very cheap. You're a 33-year-old man. I do believe you should be able to come up with $150 at least once in your life. Well, I'll leave it with this. I am Bishop Wyatt. My Cash App is in the description. I will be continuing this today. There will be another installment, number 4. And this one, this one's going to have a lot of depravity in it. So stay tuned. And Lawson will be covered too. A little bit of Chan. And I believe he made his own homemade clitoris down there that I had never seen before. Horrifying, but we'll cover that delusion as well. Ah, yes.